A panic attack is a debilitating experience to have. It can sometimes even feel like you're having a heart attack and your thoughts are racing, and it's one of the most isolating experiences that you can have. And today I'm going to share with you steps that you can take to immediately help you to control a panic attack. Hi, my name is Yvette Rose, author and founder of Metaphysical Anatomy, a book of 679 medical ailments and the hidden emotional stress behind them that we all share universally. And welcome to today's topic, which is about effective ways to help you to immediately stop a panic attack. Now, this condition is extremely stressful, right? It's extremely stressful to experience this. And if you've never even had one, then I'm sure that you know someone who might be challenged with this. So either way, this topic is going to be extremely helpful. And I would also recommend that you check out my video, Hidden Subconscious Emotions Behind a Panic Attack, the talk on my YouTube channel or podcast, especially will be released shortly after this talk. So also make sure that you are subscribed. So now let's start with the steps. Let's jump right into it. Step 1 for stopping a panic attack, right? So when you're having a panic attack, your mind is tricked into thinking that it can breathe. Now, this is called fake hypoxia. And this condition now also triggers a very deep subconscious fear of dying, right? It triggers a fear of dying. Even though you're not consciously aware of it, your physical body feels it, right? So the body now, because it needs air to breathe, right? It needs air to keep you alive. So the moment that your throat starts to feel like it's closing up from the panic and the stress, what I'm sure that you've experienced if you struggle with panic attacks, right? So step 1 in this case is to immediately look up, right? Just look up, and I'm going to demonstrate from the side so that you can see. Look up and just look at the ceiling. Just look at the ceiling wherever you are. If it's the sky, you look up at the sky, and even you can take your hand, right? Take your hand under your chin and just push it up a little bit more and breathe, right? It will immediately calm down the body. If you look up, it opens up your air pipe. Just push up your chin just a little bit and open up your mouth. It's impossible to not breathe. And this will immediately calm down the body. Now also, for example, the way here that you breathe, it plays an extremely important role, right? So as simple and as small as it might sound. Listen, this is very important. Never ever breathe shallow breaths like this. Sometimes you're consciously unaware of it, and sometimes you're deliberately doing that, right? Because especially if you're practicing, breath work, or if you're practicing with a practitioner and they try to get you to connect to your feelings and they try to distract you by breathing like that. If you are prone to panic attacks, that type of breathing can actually induce a panic attack, right? So and this is now what I would call conscious breathing. Just breathe normally, just gentle. Almost feel like your lungs just expanding a little bit, right? So it's very important to remember that. Keep your breathing consistent. However, keep it also longer breaths, right? So even if you are a practitioner and you're working with someone, always, and we ask them to feel into an emotion, then breathe normally, because that kind of shallow breathing, it potentially induce a panic attack. I've seen it time and time and again, because remember, and the reason why is that the body is already deprived of air. Because someone who suffers from panic attacks and severe anxiety, they already have a natural shallow breathing capacity, right? So in that case, what's a really cool way to start to train yourself to breathe better, and also during a healing session when you try to connect your emotions, is to do what I would call square breathing. You can actually Google it. It's a really cool concept and way to breathe. And there's many different ways that you can use it. And so what I like to do, for example, is that you can imagine that there's like a square block in front of you. And I actually use this technique when I feel stressed and I feel overwhelmed and I feel like I'm out of control. Or even when I'm meditating. You can use it for so many different purposes, but ultimately the end result is to feel calm. Now, what you can do is you can pretend that you're starting at one corner of a block, right? And you breathe. And then hold your breath. and exhale. Now, how I like to do it is actually every line I breathe. So it's just 2 rounds of that already calms me down. So I invite you to try that, and because you will find yourself in a much more calm and grounded state of mind. Now, step 2. When you're having a panic attack, it means that your body and your nervous system's capacity to suppress stress has now been reached. And in this moment, your autonomic nervous system is also overflowing with too much stress and stimulation. Now, the best and the most effective step that you can take in this moment is to calm the body down. And how you can do that is immediately just to stand up. Stand up and start to jump, right? Shake your arms and shake your legs. It's simple, right? It's simple, but extremely powerful, right? Shake your body, shake your arms, your legs, and just jump up and down until you start to feel a little bit tired. And believe it or not, it will actually immediately discharge built up nervous energy in the body. And it will calm you down by at least 50% and even more already on that spot, right? On the spot. And you will have a really nice, calm, smoothing sensation in your body afterwards. And then we have step 3. So when you are also fighting with anxiety, then you will know how hard it is to stay present, right? To really stay present in your life and to not always feel overwhelmed. Especially when you're also having a panic attack, of course. Right? And the reason why you're having a panic attack is because one of many reasons is that your autonomic nervous system is overloaded with stress and cortisol. Now, how do you reset your autonomic nervous system? Now, in this case, what you want to do is you want to trigger the alpha brainwave state. And this is what I also teach in my level 1 online course that you can do in the comfort of your own home, right? So here, what you want to do is to trigger that brainwave state. Because now what happens here in this case is that it resets the nervous system. And you can easily do this by taking deep breaths in the mouth and then out the nose 10 times. And then on the last breath, hold your breath for as long as you can. You're going to feel dizzy, and that's perfect. That's exactly what's meant to happen. Everything realigns and you move into the alpha brainwave state. And remember, the breath also needs to be long and deep. So it will be in the mouth, out the nose. Nice deep breaths 10 times. So what's going to happen is that the dizziness, it just means that your cognitive system is now adjusting. Your body is resetting. Because remember that your autonomic nervous system is also connected to specific muscles in the body. Hence why you always feel so tense when you're stressed. So everything will realign and relax. So, and then remember, like I said, on the last breath, take the deep breath as deep as you can. And then the last breath, when you can't hold that breath in anymore, out the nose. And hello, calmness. And step 4. So when you have a panic attack, remember that your body is battling with very deep-seated subconscious memories that have now been triggered. And your subconscious mind and emotional body is also affected. So now, you remember, your body is now biochemically reacting to these memories that you're not even consciously aware of. Hence why panic attacks are so frightening. So now you also perhaps don't even have no idea why you're freaking out, but you're feeling the physical and the emotional stress of it. And your subconscious mind, though, does. So another powerful tip here for you is to immediately assess your environment, right? Scan your environment. Does your environment really truly give you a reason to feel and to react the way that you do? Now, in most cases, there is no immediate threat. In most cases, not all. But in most cases, there's no immediate threat. So tap into that frontal cortex and the frontal lobes, right? Talk to your mind, talk to your emotional body, and tell yourself, there is no threat. I am safe. There is no threat. I am safe. And keep repeating it. And your mind and your body will actually start to positively react to this statement. And then, last but not least, step 5. Now, if you are in bed and you're starting to feel anxious with a panic attack that might slowly start to come up, Or if you just feel a lot of panic in that moment, then lie down on your back with your arms next to your sides, and then start with your head and also with your neck, and then start to tighten. Imagine that all your muscles are tightening as much as they can, right? Tighten, tighten, tighten them and stiffen these areas. And then go down your back, and then your chest and your shoulders and your arms and your upper arms and your hands, like with your hands even. Clench your fists together. Then go into your bum, squeeze your butt cheek, like squeeze your upper legs and your feet, and then squeeze and compress everything as tight as you can until you almost start to feel a little bit tired from holding on, right? Until you can't hold it anymore. And then release. Release, release, release. Just become limp and just relax. Just let all the tension just drain out of your body. And you will feel instantly calm, because that technique also helps to discharge a lot of nervous energy. So guys, I do hope that helps, and stay tuned to my YouTube channel. Go to YvetteVideos.com if you're watching this on a different platform and sign up, because I will be sharing so many free amazing content based on my research from metaphysical anatomy. It took me 10 years to write this book. Whoops, but it's worth it. Guys, so go grab a copy as well at YvetteBooks.com. And until next time, be the light that you are. Hi guys, thank you for joining me, and remember to grab your copy of Metaphysical Anatomy on Amazon, 679 medical ailments. And I also wrote about the psychosomatic root causes of that, and I'm spoiling you because I even added key points for you to start looking at important questions that you can ask yourself to start improving your quality of life. And also remember to catch me on Instagram, Yvette Rose 1 with the digit 1, and Metaphysical Anatomy on our Facebook fan page. Bye guys.